Here's a good question here. Matthew Long says, beyond obvious financial metrics, what are some of your KPIs, property and corporate, accounting staff's performance? For accounting staff's performance. So what KPIs are you all looking at?
Yeah, so I could start with that one there. For myself in particular and my team, as a company, we leverage a property management software called Asana. And so I've built out some dashboards within Asana to be able to see how my team is performing on a daily and weekly basis. We're able to see how many tasks do they have on their plate today and what their turnaround time on those tasks are. So to give a little more clarity, our operations folks will assign a task to accounting. That task could be something like, hey, we need to update a tenant ledger, or we need to bill an owner for something. Please make sure you go into Appfolio and execute on this. So I'm looking to see what turnaround time is it taking my team by the time they get that task to actual completion of the task. Looking again, how long their tasks have been sitting outstanding, if there are any, and then what's on their plate today to make sure that we're operating efficiently. Our team is fully remote. It's a good way to monitor progress, but also it's a good way to make sure that we're distributing work accordingly amongst our team members and helping out where possible. But I'd say in terms of client reporting being most important for the property accounting team, making sure timeliness of reports that they're getting out when they're expected to get out, as we've communicated to our owners, and also that we're transacting on banking activity as well to make sure that we're paying owners timely. So those are things that I look at from a property accounting perspective.
Erin, Stan, from a corporate KPI?
Yeah, I would say corporate accounting, again, just not a profit center for the business. So you do want to keep costs as lean as possible. So we definitely look at percentage of corporate accounting spend to like total revenue as an example to make sure that team is scaling with the business. Because as you get more and more revenue, you should not necessarily have to hire more accountants to digest that work. Obviously, you'll need to hire every now and then, but you should be scaling that department pretty well. If you're not, probably indicative of some serious process problems, or maybe the current talent that you have really needs to elevate their skill set, or you need to consider bringing in some other folks. And then I would just say, name of the game with corporate accounting and corporate finance is closing the books quickly so that we can get data insights into the business. We've been in situations where reporting was just a little slower than we would have liked. And you find a problem in the financial, or you find something in the financials that is just hindering the business, and being able to find that and remedy it as quickly as possible is critical. On the property accounting side, Jill may have mentioned this, but I think another important metric just to provide everybody is how many doors you're able to manage for property accounting per staff member. So you definitely want to be driving that number up. We're targeting about 1,750. So just something to be aware of that can help PM companies.
Yeah, there's a long list. We've got 19 or so that I'm looking at right now just for our corporate and property accounting teams that we are looking at on a weekly basis. But I think that they're going to be bespoke for your operations and your team. Curran and Jill have touched on definitely all the key ones. The one that I would just double click on really is what Curran got to around just making sure that your books are getting closed in a timely manner. That feedback loop is so incredibly important for any business, but particularly as people are having questions around like broader economic questions at the moment. Making sure that you're being extremely responsive to what's going on in your business. And if it's taking 2 or 3 months for you to close the books, it's taking you at least 2 to 3 months to start doing analysis on it and understanding what really is happening at the base layer of your business. And so making sure that you have an accountant that understands the urgency around that. We've moved from it taking 25 to 30 days down to it taking 10 to 12 days this year for the latter half of this year, and have expectations that that's going to move into kind of 6 days, and not 6 business days, but 6 days in the first quarter of next year. A lot of progress there. That starts ticking the clock, and when you can really start analyzing what's happening in your business and making adjustments in real time or as close to real time. We've even got weekly reporting that's going out now to all of our leadership team and our management team, showing what's happening, having the right software to be able to provide you with near real-time reporting. and then making sure that you're closing your books in a timely manner is incredibly important.